What's going on, YouTube? It's your boy Duran, and I'm here to talk more Celtics basketball as the Boston Celtics even the series up against the Milwaukee Bucks, winning the game 109-86. And let's just jump into this game. First off, Jaylen Brown, amazing game. I mean, he had to have a game like this after having what I called his worst playoff game of his career. He came into this game aggressive, attacking the mid-range. That is also a really good adjustment, I would say, by this offense, is they really took a little bit more shots in the mid-range, and they have to continue to do that. Jaylen Brown's awesome in the mid-range. He was 35-6 in this game, 11 of 18, 6 of 10 for 3. I mean, masterclass performance by him. And Jaylen Brown to respond like that, amazing. Jason Tatum in this game, I think he had like 10 points at halftime, closed the game strong, 29 points, 3 rebounds, 8 assists. Hey, another a really strong performance. I felt like Jason Tatum, just in this game, he didn't really force it. He played within the offense. Hey, Jaylen Brown's going off. Let's continue to feed the ball to Jaylen Brown. Let's everyone space out. And then, he was just doing the little things, all the little things, playing good defense. And then when it was time to close the game, he stepped up, be that alpha, be that superstar, and close the game out. Fine. Appreciate that. Al Horford in this game, amazing. His defense on Giannis, lock up. Jail cell. We might as well get Akon out here singing. Locked up. Al Horford, masterclass defensive game against Giannis. I felt like he really stayed on his spot. He really showed his toughness. He had his chest out there. Really, you're not going to dig into my chest. You're not going to move me off my spot. It was a great game. And also, shout out to my guy, Grant Williams. Grant had an excellent game. Excellent masterclass performance on both ends. And when Grant gets his next contract, I don't know when the numbers are, and I know he's up for an extension. Don't be shocked by those numbers. Grant is already an elite three-point shooter, and he's crossing into elite defender territory. That's all I'm saying. And people thought I was crazy when I said, I think I said it like that All-Star break. I said within 2 years, hey, Grant's going to be a starter on this team. He looks great. The development is coming through. He looks great. Overall, this game was such a mature game by this team, by the way. The mature game to respond in the way that they did. In game one, I felt like we got bullied. We got manhandled. We got punked. We got out-hustled. I mean, from all sides of it, we got out-coached. I mean, it just looked bad. Coming into this game, refocusing, everyone just taking it personal in game one and coming back to compete, you have to tip your cap to that. And that's such a mature thing for a team to do. And it's something that you have. And this game wasn't even close. The Celtics were up by 20 points, damn near from beginning to end. Now, it might have got down to 16 at one point in that third quarter, but having the wherewithal to say, listen, they're not coming back. This game is over, and they close it out. The Bucks got close, but they kept, hey, Heisman, you go over there. No, I have to respect this team. This team is great. And this is what championship teams do. I'm super impressed by this game. Super impressed. But let's move on. Let's talk about more. Derrick White. I think a lot of people feel like just because Derrick White isn't hitting shots, he is negatively impacting the game. And that couldn't be farther from the truth. I felt like in this game, he was great defensively. I felt like in this game, he moved the ball well. I think he did a really good job in this game. And the numbers tell me, I'm looking right here, plus 22. I thought he was great. I thought he was great in this game. The shots will come, and he has to be more consistent. Right now, he's streaky. Right now, he's going through a funk, to be honest with you. But Derrick White has to continue to play steady. Don't get sped up. Don't turn the ball over. Don't take bad shots. He was 0 for 6 in this game, but all 6 of those shots, to be honest, were good shots. I can't really name a shot where I was like, okay, he's wild for taking that. All of them were good shots. I felt like in game one, he was rushing. He was rushing everything, honestly. The offense, the shots were forced. They were bad shots at that. Him trying to throw floaters over Brook Lopez. That's just awful. He was awful in game one. I thought game two was a much better showing for him. I'm not going to say that he had a great showing. I'm going to say, listen, honestly, I think I already said he was great. So I'm going to say great performance by him. He can be better. Let's do that. Going down here, Peyton Pritchard, I thought he did really good today. And then we talking about the coaching. Ime Udoka, man, should have been coach of the year. Should have been coach of the year. Ime Udoka, the adjustments, I knew that he was going to come through. I have confidence. I have confidence in my coach. This feels good. This feels a little different. You know, I was a Brad Stevens truther, but to be honest, it feels a little better over here. It feels a little bit better with Ime Udoka. I'm going to be honest with everyone. It feels a little bit better with Ime Udoka. The adjustments are there. I don't have to worry about the same things popping back up. The third quarter is great. Now, like, remember when the third quarter used to be the time that we choked the game away? Now it's the time that we take over. So yeah, Ime Udoka has done a great job with this team, man. I'm very proud of the Celtics. I'm proud of this game. It's only one, but we got game 3 coming up 3 days in between, and we got to take that game. We got to do what the Bucks did to us, and we got to ride this momentum and take this game. And I also want to talk about another thing. First, let's talk about Jrue Holiday. In this game, I felt like the defense that Jaylen Brown had on him in the first half was very key. The offense for the Bucks, I felt like they were thrown completely out of whack when Jrue Holiday was a no-show. It looked like, and I'm not going to say that, throwing Giannis out of whack didn't do much to it, but taking away Jrue Holiday, yeah, that was real. Like, they felt that, and I saw it. It impacted their team. You did not see the Bobby Portises getting up and ready. Like, you didn't see it. We would limit transition. Jrue Holiday got shut out. Giannis bodied in this game. Listen, 28, 9, and 7, that's cool. 11 of 27. 1 of 4 from 3. By the way, some of the worst 3-point attempts by Giannis, I get it. He has to be confident, and you want him to take those more, and for him to eventually, be good at shooting threes, he has to continue doing it in a game. But man, when it mattered the most, when that lead started to build for Boston, some of these shots that Giannis were taking were awful. They were awful. They were just untimely. You take those shots when we're up 12, we're up 13. Don't do it when we're digging ourselves out of a hole, guy. You're killing us. I thought Giannis was awful in this game, to be honest with you. I thought he was better in game 1, and people tried to call game 1 a bad game for him. I thought he was great in game 1. I thought he dominated. This game, this is a bad game. He looked awful, and I felt like the points that he put on the board, they didn't mean anything. They weren't impactful. I thought he was awful in this game. This is the worst I've ever seen Giannis. That was the worst game I've ever seen from Giannis in his full prime. I gotta agree. In his prime, a lot of people would say the Raptor series, but I don't think that was that probably was prime. But this is like one of the worst. This is one of the worst playoff games I've seen from him. And also the refs, the referees in these games, the way they call Giannis, and I don't want to sit up here and sound like I'm crying, but Giannis can run anyone over and there is no call. At least call it consistent on both sides. Like, listen, we're not going to call the charge, but we're not going to call the charge at all unless it's pretty blatant. Giannis got away with so many blatant charges. Like, it was just egregious how the NBA is trying to referee him. It's awful now. I get it. He's one of the faces of the NBA, but come on, man. This is terrible. Even Van Gundy said, well, I guess they're just allowing him to run people over. I mean, it was awful. It was just a straight clown show. Scott Foster should be embarrassed. He called that bullshit call on Tatum in the last series, in which Dragic trying to push that series further. But you have nothing for Giannis, who's running guys over. This is one of the easier calls in the NBA is calling a charge. You know why it's the easiest? Because a guy from home, me, from my couch could call it. Now I'm ranting, but man, the NBA has to do something about that. Like, that has to be addressed ASAP, because I feel like there's gonna be a point in this series where this comes up. This is a thing. This guy is running people over and allowed to do it in key moments, key situations. In this game, it was in the fourth quarter, like 5 minutes left. What if this was a close game? He's allowed to run over Grant Williams? What in the world? This dude is... At one point, Giannis got so frustrated with his inefficiency and inability to score at will, he just flat out stuck his shoulder down and ran people over. And the refs had nothing to say. They swallowed the whistle. They had nothing to say to it. Oh my God. Terrible, terrible calls. More in this game. I felt like Rob Williams really stepped up, by the way. I felt like Rob Williams really stepped up in this game. I felt like from a physicality standpoint, he didn't let Brook Lopez push him off the spot. He really challenged Lopez way more in this game on the boards. He challenged Lopez way more. There was no random tip-ins. He challenged him. He took that first game personal, and you have to give him credit for that. This whole team showed up. It's a reflection of our coach. It's a reflection of the culture that we have now, of how good this team is, and I hope they carry it through. Go get game 3. Go into Milwaukee. Show who you are. Take back home court. That's the game to do it. And I hope to cover it. And I think we're on a good path, guys. As always, I have nothing left for the video. Like, comment, and subscribe. Peace.